The National Judiciary Council sets up 15 committees to probe 2 state chief justices and 13 other judges accused of misconduct. They have also upheld the removal of a Zamfara State Judge, Justice Musa Anka. And so talking about Nigeria's independence and reactions as the nation celebrates 15 years anniversary of independence. After many decades as sovereign state, where is the path to the great nation we all envisage? Hello and welcome to the program, everyone. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimbaloe. Well, let's begin tonight with some stories coming from the southeastern region. October 1st every year, Nigeria celebrates its freedom from British rule. The excitement is still in the air. We'll take reactions on the state of the nation as the nation marks this anniversary. Well, here are some other stories we're following for you now. PDP Southeast zonal leader said they totally support the zoning arrangement of President to the north and National Party chairman to the south. The Southeast Party chairman, Mr. Osinu Mahi, made this known after the party closed-door meeting at the government house in Enugu. Also in the meeting, the party governors, National Assembly leaders, and party chairmen were mandated to liaise with other zones to reach an understanding in respect of the next national chairman of the party. Now to our major story. There are schools of thought with the notion that great institutions make great country. And what are those institutions? There are many of them, but on the government level, there are 3 branches: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. They are all coordinate with interwoven functions. One complements the other. Many a time, the attention has been more on the executive and the legislature, and that's probably because they hold elective offices while the judiciary lives in its fraternity mode. Just recently, the Chief Justice of the Federation, Justice Walter Onogan, admitted that there are bad eggs in the judiciary.
We must accept that acts of misconduct of a few rub off on the rest of the judiciary and create the impression that all judicial officers have their hands soiled with the process of corruption. Let me be clear here. It is not going to be business as usual for the few unscrupulous elements in our midst. I am determined to redeem the unfairly battered image of the judiciary. Any judicial officer found wanting will be dealt with decisively and shown the way out swiftly.
So today, the National Judiciary Council, under the chairmanship of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onogan, has made the following decisions. Well, he did say that he won't hesitate to have some bad egg thrown out. Well, that may just have happened as today, the NJC upheld the removal of a Zamfara State Judge, Justice Musa Anka. His offense is that he allegedly received a bribe of 200,000 naira from one Mr. Zubairu Abdul Malik in order to deliver judgment in his favor. Another decision of the NJC today is that they constituted 15 committees to investigate various allegations in the petitions written against 15 judicial officers, among whom are 2 chief judges. Also, they resolved that they issued 2 letters of advice to 2 judges for violation of extant laws in the course of their judicial duties based on petitions written against the judges, and they are Justice M.A. Dada of the Lagos High Court and Justice Chukwu Dioka of the Anambra State High Court. Well, let's talk about this for a moment. We'll come back to the issue of independence of Nigeria and the speech of President Muhammadu Buhari. Well, is the decision of the NJC and the resolute mode of the CJN really working? Did they say they won't hesitate to throw the bad eggs out? Is that working? Is it just going to be cosmetic? let's get talking now on the program. I have a former Minister of Works, Senator Adeshaye Ogunlewe, joins us now, and a lawyer based in Lagos, Mr. Ikechukwu Ikeji, also joins us now on the program. Many thanks for joining us on the program. Happy Independence. Let's begin in what seems to have been a lot of attention on the judiciary, but this time around, it comes on the attention now, the spotlight on the judiciary. Let me first of all come to you, Senator. What do you make of the decision of the NJC today?
Well, it has been ongoing. It is not sudden. And in any society like ours, there's always a process of adjudication if there are petitions. So once they have petition to the NJC, they must look at it, call the affected personalities. And when it is sure that these offenses were committed, just like any other organization, then they meted out the punishment. There is nothing unusual there for me.
Mr. Ikeji, as a lawyer, what are the implications of this?
Well, the simple implications is that the NJC is living up to its usual. This is usual?
Absolutely. There's nothing out of the ordinary
absolutely,
from this?
Absolutely. This is within their powers to do. You might say that if there were a sweeping recommendation for the sack of a high number of judges, perhaps you may say it's a departure from the normal.
But when you have like 2 chief justices,
it's normal reprimand, normal situation of discipline.
Maybe for a lot of people who are not so familiar with the legal, the workings in the judiciary, the judges are different from the chief justices. The chief justice supervises the affairs of all the judges. But when there is a petition of corruption on a chief justice of a state, isn't that big enough?
Wait, there are petitions and there are petitions. In point of fact, you will be amazed at the number of petitions that are before the NJC that they just picked this few. A lot of others must have been looked at and found not to be this needing
almost
of
30 of them were thrown out.
Needing of further investigation. But let's make this correction. In the states, you have chief judges, and the federation you have only one chief justice.
Sorry about that.
And so there are petitions. There are always petitions. Lawyers write petitions, and if you are a lawyer that is involved in litigation, you will see a lot of reasons to write petitions. Sometimes you let go. Sometimes they are too strong that you can't let go. You have to make a move to correct those things.